my YouTube channel, #MovieBae. I am MovieBae, and in this video, I'm going to be recapping and reviewing episode 12 of Baddies West. And no, it's not the season finale. But before we get to it though, I would like for y'all to drop down and hit the subscribe button. Thank you. Because here on MovieBae, I do reviews, reactions, and commentary to movies and television. And if that is the type of content that you like, you might as well stick around and hit the subscribe button. Tomorrow, I will be uploading the season finale of BGC All-Star Battle Season 1. So make sure y'all tune in for that. And if you're new to my channel, be sure you subscribe and go back and binge my reviews on classic BGC. All right, let's go ahead and hop into this review. So episode 12 begins with the continuation of Natalie and Scotty's conversation. I really don't know what else more they have left to talk about, but they continue talking. And Natalie is basically telling Scotty that she just doesn't believe the fact that Scotty was oblivious to the fact that Natalie and Krishan had been arguing and that Krishan was about to smack Natalie. Scotty lets Natalie know, I'm not always in your mouth. I'm not always in your business. I really, truly didn't know what was going on. And if I did know what was going on, why would I come outside and check on you? I'm the only one that came outside to check and see if you were okay. And then Natalie is like, oh, well, yeah, it's all starting to make sense now. I apologize. Natalie, girl, what? I feel like she ran out of excuses and she didn't have anything else to pull out of thin air. So she decided to actually admit that she was wrong. Now, this is when Scotty says, you know, she doesn't know if their relationship will ever be the same because if you'll put your hands on me once, you'll put your hands on me again. One, that's an absolute fact. Two, I had to look at my phone again and realize what show I was watching because they didn't sound like friends. They sound like lovers. Now, no tea, no shade, but like, I don't know if y'all fight y'all friends, but I have never gotten into a verbal argument with my friends, and I have never fist fought any of my friends. Because the moment that you touch me, we are no longer friends. If your voice octave is a little too high for me, we are no longer friends. The moment you get in my face aggressively, we are no longer friends. The fact that Scotty has just been looking the other way to this type of behavior is just beyond me because I would never take this type of abuse from somebody that I especially don't have any ties to. You don't have no kids with this girl. You don't have no bonds, lifelong bonds with this girl where you just have to deal with her. Stand up. Stand up. After the sit down, Natalie calls a house meeting to give the girls their money. Psych. She did not give them their money. But she does inform them that Rock has officially quit the show and she will no longer be touring with them. Now, all the girls are sad because they talk about, oh, we're just now getting to know Rock and she's cool and she keeps the vibe live or whatever. And Rolly also expresses that, you know, Rock brings out the crowd, but because Rock usually dips early, we are the ones that maintain that crowd. We keep the party lit. We keep the party going. So it's not going to be, you know, just an unbelievable task now that Rock is no longer here. Like, we going to keep doing what we've been doing. Now, on the way to the hosting, all the girls are on the bus and they mention the Krishan thing again. And Lo checks on Natalie like, hey, your EP, your talent, I really just want to know, like, how are you dealing with all the changes that have just, you know, came upon the show? And that's when Natalie kind of vents and gets it off her chest that she's happy that Rock is gone because Rock's energy is just draining, you know, because she's so annoying and she's unprofessional and she's violent. She just tweaks out. You have to walk on eggshells with Rock. And I'm going to interject my opinion right here, especially for all the Rock stans that come to my YouTube channel to listen to my opinion and then get mad at my opinion. It makes no sense to me. Anyhow, Rock is super unprofessional. She's 22, 23 years old, and all of her fans, especially the ones that come to my YouTube channel, are continuing to enable her, which honestly is the reason why I can't stand Rock. I don't know the girl personally, obviously, but I don't like that people keep making excuses for her behavior. I understand Natalie when she said that, you know, Rock's mood ultimately affects her mood. I do feel like that was a cop-out because at the end of the day, Natalie, you big grown. Okay, so just because you mad at Rock or Rock makes you mad, you should still know better than to take your anger out on other people, other innocent people. So it was a cop-out and a true statement at the same time. This is when Natalie tells the girls that Krishan had texted her saying, hey, I misunderstood the situation. Please don't talk trash about me online. And to me, it's like, no, you need to get this heat. People need to tell you when you are in the wrong. Then that's when Biggie tells Natalie, like, oh, well, I'm sure she just wants to make sure that y'all still friends. And that's when Natalie interjects and says, I'm not her friend. Y'all know the type of co-workers that, like, yeah, y'all might hang out outside of work like 2 or 3 times. And if she randomly asks you for relationship advice, you'll give her some. But y'all are not friends. I feel that's the type of relationship that Natalie has with Rock. It's like we're good co-workers. You know what I'm saying? So Natalie just wanted to make that clear. But I honestly feel like she popping that shit because she's upset or fed up with Rock's behavior. Now, this is when Rolly... I don't even really care for Rolly, y'all. I'm like neither here or there with Rolly. But Rolly be spitting that real. She's like the voice of reason this season. You know what I'm saying? So Rolly is like, I don't understand how y'all complaining about Rock and how her behavior, but y'all are steady making money off of Rock and her behavior. You can't complain about her behavior if this is the same type of behavior. I'm looking for another word in my mind, but nothing's coming to it. That y'all are amping up. That y'all are feeding into, that y'all are enabling, that y'all are making money off of. And when I tell you, when Rolly said that, I started clapping because, yes, as much as Rock annoys me, I know that it's good for TV. You know what I'm saying? As much as her personality and her background and her situation is detrimental to her, I know people feed off of that negative energy. People love seeing people doing worse than them. That's why y'all really rock with Rock. Either you understand her because you just as effed up as she is, or you like her because, dang, at least my life not that messed up. Girls finally make it to the last hosting in Portland, Oregon, and this one is packed out. I'm talking about, does the club not have capacity? I'm talking about, why was this not shut down? Somebody call the fire marshal, okay? It's so many people in there. People are starting to destroy the club and fist fight one another. People are getting smashed and trampled. I'm making up shit too because they weren't even getting trampled in there, but it's a lot of people in there. So everybody's trying to get the microphone to calm the crowd down so the girls can start performing. But the crowd really doesn't get settled until Tommy gets on the mic and says, hey, y'all low-key stopping our bag, and we would never stop y'all bag. So calm the hell down so we can do what we came to do. And then all the girls were able to perform. The girls make it to the next city, and it's the Bay Area. Now, this is where Stunna and Natalie are from, so they're both excited to be back home. This is also where the casting was for Baddies West. So a lot of the girls who were at the castings, like Rolly, Natalie, Stunna, I think Biggie too, they're a little bit on edge because they know that the girls at the castings were already live. So they feel like they're going to have to look over their shoulder when they're out here. Now, Stunna Girl is actually, well, first off, on the casting, she felt like since it's Baddies West, more girls from the West Coast should have been casted. I thought the same thing, Stunna. I thought on Baddies South, girls from the South were going to get casted. But that's not how it goes. It's more so like Baddies South touring the South, Baddies West touring the West. You know what I'm saying? And then she goes and makes the statement that Razor and Biggie low-key could have been replaced with somebody else that was actually from the West Coast casting. And I beg to differ. I don't really care for Biggie, but Biggie did bring something to this season. And so did Razor, you know what I'm saying? And Razor she's nice to look at and she turns a look, okay? Period. So I feel like they were good additions to the shows. Honestly, I feel I like Baddies West more than Baddies South, to be honest. And I feel like that's an unpopular opinion. But I really do feel like everybody in this cast has brought something. Even Kat turned up a couple of times doing, as Kat would do, okay? Like, she's not going to turn up on Stunna Girl level because that's not who Kat is. So I feel like everybody has contributed to the season, to be honest. While talking to DJ Sky, Stunna also says that, if some girls from the Bay get into it with some of the cast members, she gonna have the girls from the Bay back because y'all already know she doesn't rock with most of the people on the cast. On the other bus, the girls are basically stating how, their heads are going to be on a swivel being in the Bay since the casting was in the Bay, and a lot of the girls, Natalie confirmed, were mad that they weren't casted. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. It's sounding really, really dangerous. I would not want to go to any of the club hostings in the Bay. I'm not even gonna hold you. Because if I gotta be paranoid because I got casted and the next bitch didn't, I don't want to. Count me out. Count me out. I enjoy my life, and I'm not trying to lose it over no dumb shit. Girls finally make it to the Bay Area house. It's on the marina. And when they get in there, you know, Natalie got to have her house meeting. But she tells the girls that she wants to take them to some of the local spots to eat. More specifically, some clam chowder. Am I saying that right, y'all? Whatever. So that's what Natalie is saying. But all the while she's trying to make plans to do during the day, Tommy's on her phone. Tommy's uninterested. And Tommy says, I don't want no clam chowder. Like, with a whole attitude about it. But y'all really want to know what it is? Tommy's scared. I honestly do. And honestly, rightfully so. If I'm in the girl city who I've been beefing with this whole season, I'm going to be a little bit paranoid, which is why later on in the episode, when she does bring her sister Versace in, I wouldn't even be mad. I 100% understand it because I've been beefing with this girl all season. Now I'm in her city. Ain't no telling who she's going to have. So I need to have more people than just Big Biggie who ain't going to step behind me to step behind me. So Tommy goes her separate ways from the whole entire cast. Now, when Tommy gets back, all the girls are getting ready to go to the club hosting. And Tommy sees that her bags are still by the front door. And this makes her upset. Not only does she have a whole bunch of valuable items, you know, just left by the door where anybody could pick it up and walk out with it, which I understand. I'll be upset too. But she feels like it's a little bit more than that. It's something like a setup. So Tommy comes in. Her and her sister come in livid. I'm talking about charging security up. Who are my bags by the door? You a real ass nigga. Why are my bags by the door? Who told you to keep my bags by the door? Where Natalie at? Why my stuff by the door? So Tommy and Versace are trying to get past security to go talk to Natalie to ask why her bag's still by the door. Like, who made this decision and what's going on? And I'm talking about Tommy is literally being very rude to all staff members. She tries to choke one of the security guards with his hoodie, y'all. Like, Tommy is crazy. Let's be honest. She probably out that stuff. And on top of that, being paranoid that I'm in this girl's city. So she's on the lookout. She's on 10 right now. And she wants to figure out why is her stuff still by the door. Now, Natalie all the while is telling security, hold her off. I don't have time to deal with whatever she's talking about. On Instagram Live, Natalie did confirm that in the Bay, I don't know if they did this for every house, but specifically when they got to the Bay Area, all the girls were checked for weapons and all their bags were checked for weapons before they went to their bedrooms. Now, because Tommy never went to her bedroom, she went straight to get her nails done. That is why Tommy's bags remained by the front door until she could come and get checked like everybody else. So Tommy basically continues to threaten security, saying that she's going to put them in a real tight situation tonight to test their security skills. And I'm like, Tommy, is it really that crucial where you got to threaten the people on this cast? Get it together, girl. Now, on next week's episode, the girls are going to have another sit-down meeting to kind of test the waters, do a temperature check between Stunna and Tommy, seeing if everything can be squashed or at least be squashed while we are out here in the Bay. The Bay Area hosting is ratchet. People throwing shoes at Krishan, which I don't condone. I don't like Krishan, but it's like, don't throw your whole shoe at her. But Krishan, I thought you was bringing out all the fans. Okay, I just wanted to let you know. And then Stunna and Tommy get into an altercation where it looks like Tommy was getting Stunna girl. Thank you guys so much for tuning into my YouTube channel. I do kind of want to state this right here real quick. If you are new to my channel, I'm not talking to my loyal subscribers. I'm not talking to everybody who rock with me. But if you come upon my YouTube channel, we're not going to have the same opinion all the time. I 100% agree. I would rather you state your opinion versus try to come at me for voicing mine. I had some people trying to read me and tell me about who I was as if I'm not 30 years old and not well aware of who the hell I am. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to come for me because we have a difference of opinion. Just simply state your opinion. Can we act like we're adults and not kids, please? Thank you so much. So thank you guys so much for tuning into my YouTube channel. Be sure you like, comment, and subscribe, especially if you enjoy my commentary. Don't forget, I do throwback reviews over BGC content, and more content will be coming over BGC, especially in the summer when I have a lot of free time. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.